The abonu wa here come on one dabushi. One comfortable one more bad no good work any wajibu. We are jela API. Otoma jeli sema ya mweni ami shona jimamoshon neno. Wana abanu wa here la mane mi yeme no bon yewemo. Chanyu wa ye obu awo. Waka wa maja chamenfe ke la mamfe. No fi aro ni wa yuohi. Ake give dole. Ake akolo wa shikoji. Ni wa yuye na ni wa yobu awo. Ni API ni wa tuwa yuemo ene ke ya awo mokonka nyehi. Neke tuife biomo fe biomo aywe. Kaja president no kabashi unit committee no. Me ni kwa ma you are one babu fa no yobu awo. What for boni wo fo. Ncho. Mene wo shitramo. Kada fitwa loy kesande ba lo aka wo yuemo aya. Ne ya shehidi sa ne ya she ncho. Femo mi da lo awo. Femo begbele lo awo. Amen.
Nime, Name, our cherished friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, the true lies of the Akufo-Addo government, unfulfilled promises to the Gadangme people. It is recalled in the media landscape and history of Ghana virtually 4 years ago that the current president, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, stood on La Lands during the final rally of the then largest opposition party, the MPP, and made a profound promise to the Gadangme people, saying, Gadangme people, in the next MPP government, we shall release your lands to you. This emphatic statement came at the backdrop of the La youth having used series of constitutional means to register our displeasure about the wanton pillaging, raping, and sharing of our lands by government officials amidst brutalities, criminal and inimical activities perpetrated by the military, an institution noted worldwide for its high level of discipline. It is also trite knowledge that the MPP party as a whole benefited directly or indirectly from the agitations by the La youth, ably assisted by other Gadangme extractions. He whose kennel was broken by the benevolent spirit must learn not to boast. Ladies and gentlemen, we would have had this media interaction on the 27th October 2020, but for the timely request and persuasion by the MPP National Chairman, Mr. Freddie Blay, who requested a 48-hour window of intervention, which was closely followed by a plea from Honorable Ajay Blankson on the same subject. Although we knew their intention of buying time to work out a strategy, we still gave them the audience out of respect for the elderly. It was therefore no surprise to us when the president, Nana Addo, in adding insult to our injuries, indicated his readiness to institute a commission to start looking into the Gadangme land matters next year, January, as if the term of the presidency extends beyond the stipulated 4 years in the Constitution. And again, as if the president already knows the outcome of the forthcoming election. Do you already know what tomorrow brings in terms of political power, Mr. President? We are seriously disappointed by these actions, of which we condemn in no uncertain terms. For a president in a hurry to wait for a full term to elapse before addressing these nagging issues smacks of nothing but gross disrespect, disregard, denigrating, and demeaning to the Gadangme people. Under your auspices, Mr. President, the Lands Minister, Mr. Asumachiremi, and the Lands Commissioner you have appointed superintended the worst land grabbing in the history of Ghana. We are therefore scandalized by these acts. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall now take you through some of these nagging issues that are begging for redress by the government. 1. Governments, past and present, have refused to do the needful of going through the necessary arrangements for the legal and lawful acquisition of the said proposed military land, with its attendant rightful compensations for a peaceful coexistence. In the midst of ongoing negotiations with some eminent traditional authorities, the military, whether or not at the blind side of the Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, have blatantly disrespected the chiefs Lame, and Gadangme people by raising, bulldozing, and clearing more lands. That is, which same subject matter is under negotiation for more further clandestine sharing among the military hierarchy. It is recalled that this same military, with its current commander-in-chief, who started burying dead bodies on our land without regard whatsoever to the traditions and customs of the Ga people. The worst of all was the statue of Major Mahama on the land. Why not construct this effigy at Denchirabuasi by way of punishing the perpetrators of such a barbaric action on a human life? Because the military disregarded us, they are paying the price by constantly guarding the said statue 24/7, a wasteful adventure on the national purse, if not causing financial loss to the state. 2, Mr. President, again, the Ghana International Trade Fair site, where you made us the great promise, is in ruins and therefore will be an eyesore for any beautiful political rally to be organized there. The other pledge of super international gargantuan elephantine grandiose multinational edifice, which made our silence so loud and rapturous in the midst of inhumane treatment being meted out by Madam Agnes Edu, the CEO to the company, owners and workers, has not seen the light of day. Mr. President, with all due respect, we believe your choice of the CEO to the Ghana Trade Fair Company was the best. But when the best does not respect culture and the people led, then the alleged relationship with your nephew, remote controlling her, must be very close to the corridors of power. Indeed, to still have kept her at post. When is the project starting, by the way? And by project, we mean the Ghana International Trade Fair redevelopment. When is the compensation being paid to the traditional authorities and the people of La? When is the wanton display of disrespect ever ending? 3, the Adenta Aviation Land has been a Tony one, and bearing in mind your promise, we thought by now a better arrangement would have been done. Unfortunately, your government's protege, Clement Jato, clothed political backing, had shared the said land to your government officials. Otherwise, why has the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources and Lands Commission been so hesitant in holistically engaging the authority that bequeathed the said same piece of government land to government? In another vein, we are aware of the bad arrangements with the wireless aviation, that's the La Wireless Aviation Land, grabbing by government officials, whose names will pop up soon anyway. When a football field has been shared and soon to be developed into a skyscraper, how do we nurture and create the likes of Lionel Messi, Maradona, Cristiano Ronaldo to generate foreign exchange to Ghana? 4, Mr. President, the Minister of Defense, Honorable Dominic Nitu, once opined that he had intercepted the stolen lands from the previous regime and was going to ensure the original owners received the land after he had toured the land with us, the youth. It's been 4 years now, and that lying Minister of State is still at post. Where is the decency, integrity, honor bestowed on such people? 5, Mr. President, with the greatest of respect, per definition of public land as enshrined in Article 257 of the 1992 Constitution, you, the President, are a trustee by which, through the sector ministry and the Lands Commission, you are accountable to Ghanaians. Our plight is that the supposed public land under your government, more of these lands have been divested into private hands, of which situation sins against the same 1992 Constitution of Ghana, specifically Article 20, Clause 6, to wit, when the purpose for the acquisition changes, the land reverts to pre-acquisition owners. But happenings in cantonments indicates wanton private collection of land as if it were aware. 6, Mr. President, with due respect again, we have observed and been informed that government, through Crook Clement Jato, the Amrahia Dairy farmlands is being released into private hands without any recourse to pre-acquisition owners. Could this be done in your Achim Kingdom, the Asante Kingdom, the Gomba Kingdom, kingdoms in the Volta part of Ghana, or Gonja land? 7, Mr. President, your greatest silence on these inimical activities can best be described as connivance, if not indicative of your complicity. Otherwise, why should these appointees, i.e. Dominic Nitu, Asoma Chereme, Maswa Nsefwa, Alhaji Sule, and Stephen Intim, among others, still be in office under the rule of law? Number 8, Your Excellency, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, it is a general principle that in governance, an ultimate responsibility lies on the boss, that is yourself, to put his house in order to prevent vicarious liability, if not political collateral damage, in the light of the ongoing land saga in La. Our conclusion, and that is number 9. Members of the press, Nime Name, ladies and gentlemen, to conclude, we bring to the attention of the first gentleman of the land, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa, that the La State has been bleeding for the past 60 years and still counting with the members of the La Traditional Council being gagged to suit the whims and caprices of government, as always, if care is not taken, whatever scenario that took place at Denchira, Obuasi, and elsewhere might be replicated in a worse form in La in the foreseeable future, if and only if these demands are not redressed within reasonable and redeemable time. God bless Ghana. God bless Gadangme land. God bless the La State. Thank you, conveners. And ladies and gentlemen, to add to that, we are, by this statement, telling the government and the president that we are giving up to exactly 1 week. If we do not hear anything positive, the youth of La, together with our leaders, shall take the next due course of action, which we shall inform the media within the shortest possible time. Thank you very much, and God bless you for coming.
Within the next 1 week, if we do not hear anything positive from the government, we shall advise ourselves accordingly. And history will repeat itself. The Gadangme people are rising up, and we are rising up in our pomp and supernatural power. Nobody can take us for granted. You remember what happened in the Katamanso War. When you want to gag us, we will rise up to the occasion, and we shall fight with every spirit, every emotion, any other thing God has bestowed on us, we shall fight with it. You can be assured of this. No two ways about that. We can do that. And when the Gadangme people rise, the whole Ghana will cry for that. The Minister of Land, the Lands Commissioner, and their cohort who have been dissipating, pillaging, and raping our lands in cantonment. If there is any soever kind of arrangement, then it has to do with the La Wireless Aviation lands. And let me tell you specifically, that is a very bad arrangement. Whatever took place, we will not call it a release of land, because out of the 60 acres, government took 50%. Only 25% was released to La, and the 25% is going into 25% going into servicing and construction of road. So I'm saying that 50% went to government, 25% to government officials, and then the 25% they purported that it was going to aviation authority. So I'm telling you that whatever has happened there, it is an eyesore. We do not believe that the government has put up any better arrangement with us. And for that matter, we do not see it as a goodwill from the government to the La people.
Have you kicked against it?
Of course, we kick against it because we have indicated that even when you look at the 60-acre land you are talking about, you will realize that there is a football park. And if we are talking about football now, we are talking about more than the gold mine. Because you and I know that Lionel Messi, Ronaldo, they take home more than $100 million a year. What it means is that if we have the likes of Ronaldo, the Maradonas, and then the Lionel Messis in our part of the land, we would be able to raise a lot of money, a lot of foreign exchange for the development of not only the Gadangme land, but for the entire Ghana. So for us, we don't think it is a good deal. Whatever 50% government has taken out of that land, we are saying that they should return those lands to us, as well as those ones that have been taken over by government officials. And very soon, we will be able to name and shame some of them, those who have taken the land.
Just give us one.
Well, you can be assured that it is mostly of the Eastern extraction, the Achem mafias, who have taken the land wantonly. I have told you that it is the Achem mafias, those who are very strong and very close to the corridors of power. I have told you that. So as a journalist, it is incumbent on you to go to Lands Commission and investigate further and come out with the proper findings.
Your chiefs have embraced this arrangement.
Well, you are talking about it. I can tell you on authority that when 3 or 4 people sign on behalf of it doesn't mean that the entire people have embraced it equally. So we are telling you that bad arrangement, whatever 50% government have taken, we are saying that they should return it back to La so that we will enjoy it and make a very beautiful arrangement or this kind of investment out of the land. You remember that in the last regime, we had about 4 press conferences prior to our tumultuous demonstrations that we staged. It is very important for you also to note that in this particular moment, just 2 years ago, we registered the same displeasure. So it is not about timing. And we have also indicated to you that if not for the, let me use the word, untimely, irrelevant intervention from the MPP chairman, followed by Ajiri Blansing, who is supposed to be a Gadambi extraction. And for that matter, he should have known better. If not for their intervention, we would have had this press conference 2 weeks ago. And we believe government would have had ample time to give a redress. It's a deception. Deception in the highest order. We will not take that. It's marks of disrespect to us.